Hey everyone, skull902 here. On Tuesday, we did the two-part Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed Super Circuit stream event, with a daytime and nighttime competition. While the first half went by without a hitch, barring a technical difficulty delay at the beginning, I wasn't a fan of how the second stream came out, and thus, I'm making this video as a small recap of sorts to preserve the results. The competitors for the nighttime competition were Rabid, playing as Dr. Eggman. Today's his birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Rabid! Rexy, playing as Sonic, as we dedicated this performance to Sylv, who would have been Sonic in the competition had things worked out as they were originally planned. Myself, playing as Amy Rose, Sonics, playing as Danica Patrick for the meme, the daytime champion Sortic, playing as General Winter, and Josh, playing as Team Fortress. Our first race was an ocean view. All things considered, it was a pretty uneventful race, but it's a nice track at the very least. Rexy was unable to make the first race, so at first we instituted a 5-point system and the standings looked like this. But Rexy joined soon after, so we adjusted to a 6-point scale and gave them last place points for the first race, with the standings now looking like this. After a crash on my end right out of the gate, we restarted and raced in Temple Trouble. Here I went on a brief little spiel about why I picked Amy, she's tied for my favorite Sonic character, and coughed up a second place start to finish second to last due to skill issue. Our standings afterward were like this. Moving on to Dragon Canyon, Rabbit had a pretty fun quip as we were loading in.
Gotta say, Panzer Dragoon, pretty good Star Fox game.
Ralph became my fierce rival for this one, and I dedicated myself to finishing ahead of him. He subsequently wrecked me, but I did beat Rabbit at the buzzer with a well-timed boost. The standings after this one. Sanctuary Falls. Not a lot of exciting gameplay to show here because I spent so much time being stuck on nothing like an idiot, along with some driving mistakes along the way, that it took me nearly the entire race to catch up with the pack. Rabbit apparently also suffered the stuck on nothing curse, so at least I'm not alone. Love you, bro. The updated standings after race number 4. In practice, Shibuya Downtown was probably my second favorite track and the first I ever got a win on, but it's important to remember that racing CPUs is very different from racing humans. And also watch out for psycho buses. Despite my lack of skill, I somehow managed to avoid falling off the track and squeaked out a 4th place finish among everyone playing, with the standings changing accordingly. We then turned to Graveyard Gig, where the CPU gum got a pretty good revenge shot on me and I got stuck like a dipshit again. After some spooky scary fun, our standings looked like this. Our final Sonic track, Galactic Parade, brings out all the colorful lights and spectacle of Starlight Carnival into racing form. I managed to finish the first lap in the lead, but if there's anything that was evident in the race, it's that I needed to get good, especially at flying and picking up items. Watch how the latter of those points ended up costing me at the end of lap 2. I was honestly pretty lucky to keep getting Hot Rod and Boost power-ups in the third lap. Would have absolutely bottomed out otherwise. Going into the final race, the standings showed it was all Sonics and Sortic for first place, but who would end up taking the prize? As the grand finale, the competition ended with the Race of Ages, and man is this a brutal track for the uninitiated. AKA me. Rexy's game crashed as we were loading in, so we restarted, and afterward it was wild. I contended for the lead early, but that only lasted until the boat section of lap 1. After that, I became acquainted with falling off the track. Here's Rabbit and I sacrificing ourselves one after the other. Then I got stuck here because I thought there was more space than there actually was. Should there have been? Maybe, but ultimately I just needed better track awareness. The time it took me to get out of my jam, however, caused me a dreaded DNF, finishing in 8th place overall and 5th among the human players. And so, after all 8 races, the final standings came out to be Sonics in 1st place with 46 points, Sortic in 2nd place with 41 points, Rabbit in 3rd place with 28 points, Rexy in 4th place with 21 points, me in 5th place with 18 points, and Josh in 6th place with 15 points. Soon afterward, I decided to call the stream off early due to a couple factors, but the fact remains that I think it's remarkable so many people were interested in playing. For reference, we had 9 racers take place in the proceedings, which really just blows me away. I had fun racing with friends online during the event, and trust me when I say there will be more to come, maybe in the original game or Team Sonic Racing as well. We'll have to see, but I hope you're looking forward to it. I'd like to give a special thanks once again to Lost Leader for gifting me a copy of the game to do this with in the first place, and everyone for not only watching but getting me to 2,850 subscribers during the event. Only 150 away from 3,000. That gets me right in the heart, man. Hope you enjoyed this little recap, everyone. Until next time, I have been skull902, thank you for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day. Dennis! Hello, welcome. Says you got a 100% file of my heart. Dennis. You sweet man. Soon afterward, I decided to call the stream off early due to a couple factors, but the fact remains that I think it's remarkable so many pizzas.